Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome live. This is the Pathtern Summit. My goodness, I'm so delighted to be here tonight, and I'm glad you are here as well. I'm glad you are here as well. So this evening, um, we'll just be going over the Pathtern Summit. And okay, please let me quickly check something. Sorry about that. Uh, I'm glad you are here tonight. So I've quickly resolved that. This evening we'll be going over the paths people have followed and how they have arrived at where they are. That's why we are here this evening. That's why we are here this evening. Welcome, everybody watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are online with me, you can comment in the comment section so I can see you and know you are around and you are available. Just type I am here in the comment section so I can see you. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. All right, quickly. I'll be going over the the reason behind the Pathtern Summit. You know, uh, I was listening to Russell Brunson. If you don't know Russell Brunson, you should know him from this live broadcast. I was listening to Russell Brunson. And Russell Brunson said something. He said that why he had arrived at where he is now is because he decided to model people that are successful. Decided to model people that are successful. And because he chose to model people that are successful, these people today they have been like a path, like a trailblazer for him. They have helped him find his path, and because he decided to model these people, he's following them like that and going like that. So that is the whole essence or the whole idea behind the Pathtern Summit. Do you understand? That's the whole idea behind the Pathtern Summit. For you to see people that are successful and for you to model them. Yes, that's the word. Model them. Model them. Now, the major reason most people never get to understand their life purpose is that they are trying to understand purpose as people define purpose. You know, this person defined purpose like this, that means purpose is like this. No, it doesn't necessarily mean purpose is like that. It means that that's how you understood purpose, and that might not be purpose. Understand? That might not be purpose. So you must not focus your life on the definition of people, how people define success. No, that's not what success is. That's not what success is. Please, if you are joining me, please comment in the comment section. Comment in the comment section. Let me tell others that we are live. We are live. Yes, 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 we are live. 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 Yes, yes, yes. If you are joining me, we are live. 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 Oh, we are live. Yeah, we are live. Yes, yes. Oh, mama, we are live. 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 So. Welcome. If you are still joining me, please type in the comment section so I can see you. I can see you. So as we are saying, many people get to understand their life purpose, or they don't get to understand their life purpose because many times they want to follow people's definition of success. They want to follow, oh, this is how the world defines success. No, success necessarily does not come in a particular pattern or a particular shape. No, you have to have your own definition of success. You have to have your own definition of success. Your own definition of success is defined by you, not by the world, not by you. Society defines success as accumulation of wealth. No, they say that success is when you have accumulated wealth. Please, if you are joining me, type in the comment section so I can gladly know you are here. So society defines success as accumulation of wealth, accumulation of money, accumulation of good things. That's what society defines success as. Success might not be that definition to you. No, success might not be that definition to you. My own definition of success, my own little definition of success is doing what I like and getting paid for what I like. That's how I define success. So basically, I am welcoming you. This is a welcome charge to you this evening. This is a welcome charge to you this evening before I bring in the first speaker for this summit. Somebody said I'm part of the speakers. Others said I'm not part of the speaker. Well, if you feel I'm part of the speaker, good and fine. But if you feel I'm not part of the speakers, good and fine. But again, it's necessary you know this definition of success and separate the thin line between what society defines success as and what you define success as. So what I define success as is doing what you like doing, what you have pleasure doing, what you have desire doing, what you enjoy doing, and you are still getting paid for what you are doing. Do you understand? Somebody once said that for you to actually discover purpose, I should come to your house. Let's say, for instance, your purpose is picking toothpick. I should or arranging broom. For me, when I get to see you doing that work, I might feel like, oh, this work is strenuous. Do you know why? I don't have passion for that thing. That's not my purpose. I don't have passion for that. So I see it as strenuous. But for you, I should say you're doing it with delight, in as much as the work is strenuous, but you are doing it with delight because this is where you belong. This is where you find joy. You find joy doing it, whether people are paying you or people are not paying you. Now, many a times why people get to define success by the society standard as accumulation of wealth and the likes is because they feel that there is a particular pattern to success. That means I need to study a course, I need to study a particular course, or I need to welcome Akinlabi Samuel. Welcome, welcome Akinlabi Samuel. Welcome, I can see you. So they think they need to define success in one particular way. They need to study a course to be great. They need to study one thing to be great. But again, no, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. Let me tell you something. Scripture says, Bible speaking, it said that, seest thou a man diligent at what he's doing, he will stand before king, not mean men. Do you understand? He will stand before king, not mean men. That means no matter what you are doing, if you decide to put in diligence, no matter your area of calling, if you decide to put in diligence, no matter the pattern that is your purpose, if you decide to put in diligence, you will see that you will stand out in your purpose. You will stand out in your purpose. In every field, there are people that have stood out over time. They are professors and they are leading professors. They are professors emeritus. They are pastors and they are leading pastors. They are prophets and they are leading prophets. They are businessmen and they are leading businessmen. They are online entrepreneurs and they are leading online entrepreneurs. So you basically define how much you can get out of your purpose. You basically define how much you can get out of your purpose, and how much you can get out of your purpose is solely your responsibility. Do you understand that? It's solely your responsibility. It does not have to do with the area of calling. It does not have to do with the field you chose. It does not have anything to do with the path what you have passion for. They have arisen questions over time, and you feel like, should I follow purpose or should I follow money? It's a dicey question, It's a dicey question. But let me tell you something. The best thing that ever happened to me is finding purpose. Yes, I can basically tell you the best thing that ever happened to me is that I found purpose. Now, let me tell you something. When I was growing up, when I was still young, I'm still young. When I was younger of age than this particular age I am, I never knew I would discover purpose. I was not discovering purpose. There's a book I wrote, Identity, the Cure for Low Self-Esteem. Some people, if I tell some people I have had low self-esteem, they will not believe. They will not believe I've had low self-esteem, because I've always been all out there talking. I've been the outspoken type, so they feel like, come on, this one cannot have a, what's it called? It cannot be one that we suffer from low self-esteem. But I had suffered from low self-esteem before, because I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know that everybody is born unique. I didn't know that people are different from the other. One person is different from the other. This person is different from the other. I didn't get to know those things. You understand? I didn't get to know those things. So how much you make out of a particular field is solely dependent on you. It's solely dependent on you. If there are skills you need to learn in your field, come on, go and learn it. There are things you need to do in your field, come on, go and. There are books you need to read to stand out in your field. Please go and do that. Go and do that. You can be rich as a vulcanizer. My father in the faith, Bishop David Oyedepo, would normally say, he says that even if I was selling pure water, even if I was selling pure water, I will still be rich. That confidence is coming from the knowledge he has gathered over time. Do you understand? He had gathered knowledge about finance and success that over time he knew that even if I happen to sell pure water today, even if I was not in ministry, even if whatever I'm doing, the law of success is the same everywhere, applicable to all fields. You understand? The law of success to succeed in anything is the same anywhere and everywhere, applicable to all fields. Now, amongst many other things, one thing that following purpose we do for you, because I believe that the you present here in this, whether you are watching now, whether you will watch later, this Pathtern Summit, I believe that you were created, for a focus. You were created for a purpose. And one thing purpose does is that purpose create focus. You know, scripture say that if your eyes be single, your whole body will be full of light. If your eyes be single, that's what purpose does. Purpose create focus. You know, in my short life, I've not lived long, I'm still young. I'm just 23 years of age, leave age aside. In my short life, I've seen people ask me, how are you doing these things? How are you doing these things? And I simply tell them, see, it's because I found purpose on time. I found purpose on time. That's why I'm the on-time purpose discovery coach. I help people to discover their purpose on time. I don't want you to start running the race you would have run years ago. Start running it 50 years later. No, that's wastage of time, sir. That's wastage of time. That's wastage of time. You have wasted so much time, and now you are trying to buy time. So what our finding purpose does for you is that it creates focus. It creates focus for you to move in a line. It creates focus and it deafens your ears to negative talk. It deafens your ears to things that are not particular to you. So once you find purpose, you have focus. You have focus. You have focus. I normally ask people, if you are familiar with Benin, I normally ask people, if you are going to Oluku, that's where I stay, Oluku area, there is no point going to Ring Road first, because Ring Road will not get you to your destination. In simple terms, if I'm speaking in a global sense, if you are going to south, there's no point going to north first. There's no point going to check east first. There's no point going to west first when there's a direct vehicle to north. Do you understand? When there's a direct vehicle to north, it's only those people that don't know where they are going to that everywhere seem like the place. You are going to north, but south look like the place. You are going to north, but west look like the place. You are going to north, but east look like the place, because you don't know where you are going to. Do you understand? You don't know where you are going to. If you know where you are going to, you will not bother yourself going to places that are not it. Do you understand? If you know that I'm going to north, you have focus going to north. You have focus going to north. You push all your passion. It helps you to reduce stress. It helps you to reduce stress, because once you discover purpose, you are focused. You are focused. You are pursuing all your goal. A man said, I would rather do one thing. I would rather learn everything about one thing than learn one thing about everything. Because if you learn one thing about everything, you are dissipating energy. You are scattering your energy. You are giving your energy out. But if you learn everything about one thing, you push all your energy into that thing, and that thing will automatically yield success. That thing will automatically yield success. I'll be running off soon. So I can invite the first speaker. I will be running off soon so I can invite the first speaker. This is just a preamble. I'm just telling you what the Pathtern Summit is about. The Pathtern Summit is to help you see people that have discovered purpose and model them. Model them. As I said at the beginning of this broadcast, Russell Brunson said one thing that made him successful today is that he saw people that are successful and modeled his life after them. Somebody is asking, oh, what about my purpose is not like their purpose? Please, if you are online, just type in the comment section so I can see you and know you are around. If you are around, just type in the comment section so I can see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that's it. Model people, not like copy them. No, don't copy them. Model their lifestyle, model the principles they have, model the things that they are using to succeed, and implement it in your own life. Implement it in your own life. If you want to destroy a man, give him another focus. If you want to just destroy a man, give him another focus. He ends up pursuing shadow all through. Pursuing shadow all through. Now, amongst many other things, what will you learn in this summit amongst many other things? The first one is the urgency of purpose. I wrote something recently, just yesterday. We lost a great man in the person of Mbon King, and we lost him to the cold hand of death. Now, Mbon King lived the age of 48 years. I don't know what you call untimely death. I just laughed because I remembered something. A friend of mine, Jasper by name, he said, look at Miles Muro. Miles Muro was a purpose man. He died early. Mbon King was a purpose man. He died early. Kevin, please don't die early. Don't worry, I'm not dying yet. I'm not dying anytime soon. So the urgency of purpose, that's what you will learn from these people that will be coming here to speak about how they have discovered purpose, the urgency of purpose. These people have discovered purpose and they are working in purpose and they are making impact in their field. So one thing you will learn from them is the urgency of purpose, knowing that there is no time. Sir, if you discover purpose, sleep, too much sleep will become a taboo. Why you love sleep is because there is nothing exciting you wake up to. There is nothing exciting you wake up to. If you have discovered purpose, sleep will become too much of sleep will become a taboo. You know that there is no time. There is no time. There is no time. If one more person can just hear my message, if my message can just bless one more person, if I can just touch one more person, you know this. There's this urgency in your spirit. There's this urgency. You are rushing the message to get to your target audience because there is no time. There is no time. Who would have said Mbon King will die soon? Nobody, of course. But now he has gone to rest. He has gone to rest. So you must understand that one thing you should be looking at from these people is that there is urgency of purpose. Bible said, woe to them that is at ease in Zion. Come on now. Woe to him. What do you know what's woe? Like shame unto this person that will be at ease in Zion. That will be at ease in Zion. My time is almost running off. I'm supposed to finish by 8:30. By 8:30. So let me inform the next speaker. She's coming up by 8:30. So he said, woe to him that is at ease in Zion. Woe to him that is at ease in Zion. Sir, ma, don't be at ease in Zion. Don't be at ease in Zion. Once you have discovered purpose, run with purpose. Run with purpose. So these are the things you will check out from this Pathtern Summit. The second one is discomfort. Sir, let's say I am at level 5. There is a level 10 and there is a level 1. Yes, my hand is going up. There is a level 10 and there is a level 1. Level 1 is below. Now, the distance, okay, this is level. Let me use this analogy. Between my phone and my second hand this is where I am. This is the level I want to be. Now, between this my hand and this level is level 10. And this space between this phone to this hand is called discomfort. Discomfort. I am at this level. Remember, I want to get to this level. The distance this phone cover is called discomfort. But if this is level 5 that I am, and this is level 1, the space from this phone to this place is called comfort. That means it is easy for me to drop down because I'm living in comfort than for me to go up through discomfort. Discomfort is the pathway to success. Is the pathway to success. Is the pathway to success. No man has ever succeeded without being discomforted. you must be inconvenienced. You must be inconvenienced to succeed. So that's one thing I want you to look at from these people: discomfort, inconvenience, telling you their stories, how they I cannot start recounting my own story, my personal story of how the discomfort I've experienced, the discomfort in trying to put this program up, the things I've experienced. But I want you to hear from these guys because indeed I know it's going to be like that. So plan your time because this pattern summit is going to bless you. This pattern summit is going to bless you. This pattern summit is going to bless you. Is definitely going to bless you. Definitely going to bless you. Is definitely going to bless you. So prepare for it. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. So very soon we'll be having another person to come, the first speaker, not another person, the first speaker, because this is just a welcome charge. This is just a welcome charge. Please, again, if you are online, just uh write, just please write in the comment section so I can see you. Write in the comment section so I can see you. Write in the comment section so I can see you. Write in the comment section so I can see you. Please, 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 please. The Pattern Summit is here to bless you. Give it your all. Give it your time. Give it your time. It's just a 3-day summit. A 3-day summit. But what this summit will do for you, most paid classes will not do it for you. I tell you the truth. I lie you not. What this summit will do for you, most paid classes will not do it for you. So we'll be bringing in our first speaker. I'm so delighted. I don't know about you. I'm so delighted about this summit. We'll be bringing our first speaker. It's only Akinlabi I've seen online. Please, if you're online, type in the comment section. Type in the comment section. Type in the comment section, and please take a screenshot, and post it on your wall, post it on your pages, invite people. It's free. You are not paying anything. You are not paying anything for the Pattern Summit. You are not paying anything for the Pattern Summit. You are not paying anything for the Pattern Summit. You are not paying anything for the Pattern Summit. Uh, Let me invite the second speaker. Let me invite the second speaker. Let me invite the second speaker. Trust me, you are going to be blessed. Welcome, welcome again, welcome again, welcome again. This is the Pattern Summit. Please, if you are just joining, type in the comment section. Type in the comment section below. Let me see you. 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 I'm sending. All right. All right. All right. Let me see you. If type in the comment section, if you're just joining, this is the Pattern Summit. This is the Pattern Summit. So right about now, we'll be having our very guest, our guest. I'm still waiting for her to join. Still waiting for her to join. I'm still waiting for her to join. Yes. I'm still waiting for her to join. I'm still waiting for her to join. Please, if you can hear me, type in the comment section so I can know you can hear me. I can know you can hear me. Please type in the comment section. If there's issue with my audio, can you hear me, please? Who is online? Can you hear me? 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 Please type in the comment section so I can know you can hear me. So I can know you can hear me. You're waiting for a speaker. Yes, Rose Joseph Ume. Welcome, 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 everybody. Who is online? Who can see me? Who is online? Who can see me? Prepare for the Pathtern Summit. Prepare for the Pathtern Summit. You are going to find your path in this summit, and I trust God that you are going to walk in your path. 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 Now, just imagine somebody wrote recently on Facebook. The person said that Ubonki lives on. Why did she say so? She said that, okay, Rose is you're welcome. Can you hear me? Hello, Rose. Can you hear me? Good evening. Okay, let me add you to the stream now. Hello, Rose. Good evening.
I think I don't.
Can you hear me?
I Yes, I can still hear you, although it's not that clear, and it takes a little time before I do, but I can hear you.
Oh, my network. Can you? My network is my network okay at your end?
Your network is bad.
Oh my goodness. That's really bad. I don't know. I'm using a 4G. I really don't know what's
Yes,
going on.
I can see you now. Yeah,
Okay.
I can see you now.
No problem. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for accepting our invite. Thank you for joining us. Please quickly just tell us about yourself, ma'am.
Okay, I want to make sure that I heard what you asked me. You asked me to tell you about myself.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
Okay. All right. So, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for having me in this amazing event today. First of all, I count it all pleasure and a huge honor to be here this evening, basically because it's always a pleasure to share knowledge, no matter how small it is. So thank you so much for having me. And I want to start with a little apology. Please forgive any sound you hear in the background or the quality of my lighting. I traveled and I didn't go with my tools, so it's more like me coming up with anything that can shine light so that people can at least see my face. So apology. It won't happen again. It hasn't happened before and it won't happen again. Okay, so my name is Rose Joseph Ome, and hey, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but it's cracking.
Okay, my name is Rose Joseph Ome, and I like to call myself Africa's premier head corrector. This is because most of my life I've known myself to be someone who loves to correct heads. I love to bring about social change and to reform the society. And one of the ways I do that is by organizing outreaches, writing articles, writing stories, doing public speaking, all aimed at achieving head correction. People have often asked me why I say head correction, and that's because I believe that once a person's head is correct, then every other part of their lives can flourish because everything that individual is found in the head. So if your head is correct, definitely every other aspect of your life is going to flourish. So I think that's it a little about me.
I feel like giving you a round of applause. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for accepting our invite. This evening we want to ask you some few questions. We want to ask you some few questions about yourself, about your brand, and how about purpose, basically. So, ma'am, we know that you have been pushing purpose and we know you are Africa health corrector, but how did you discover purpose? How did you come about? Did you stumble into purpose, or how did you eventually come to, okay, I don't like using the word discover purpose. I like using the word understand purpose. How did you understand? How did you come to understand purpose?
How did I come to understand purpose, if that's what you
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay. The truth is that just like every person, every other random person out there, I up to know that I had a purpose. I mean, I didn't grow up with that inscription, or with that knowledge of having a purpose. I grew up just like every other person out there, every other average person. Issue, the real truth is that I was born in a slum, like slum, a huge slum, where it was difficult to even think about anything called purpose. It was difficult to even understand that there was something you were meant for, because everything around us, around me, let me be personal, was pointing towards a deficiency. Hello, can you still hear me? I can only see myself.
All right, I'm really, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can
Hello,
you hear
Kevin. I
me?
missed. Welcome back.
All right, thank you. Can you hear me now, please?
Hello, Kelvin. I just heard you, but it's not stable. The voice was stable, but I can hear you now. I can hear something in the background.
All right, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, thank you for that awesome answer. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. I want to ask you another question. In
Okay.
fulfilling purpose and in working in purpose. Sorry, if you are with us, please just, if you have any questions for her, just put in the comment section. So, in fulfilling purpose, how have you been able to manage challenges with the get child? You know, many there's this how will I call it now? The restrictions or boundaries for the.
Please, could you repeat the question? I only heard how have you been able to manage? I didn't get the rest of the question.
Okay, okay. I said, how have you been able to manage the that call it restrictions or the push aside, you know, there's this restriction for the female child. Have you been able to manage all those in fulfilling purpose? Did you get the
I'm sorry.
question? Oh, I guess network at our hand is quite bad. So we wait for our head corrector again. And trust me, I know you are doing you. It's gonna be a super amazing one for you. So it's necessary you understand that, like she said she was born in Islam, and like every other person, she didn't actually came out to, or she didn't know she will have to find purpose or understand purpose. I don't like using the word find purpose. I prefer using understand purpose. She didn't know she will understand purpose. She didn't know she will understand purpose. She just was like every other person until she maybe, I mean, it was a deliberate step in finding and understanding purpose. So I don't know for you, maybe you were born in a slum. You don't want to hear my story as well. I normally sing this song that I was taking from the gutter and set among princes because that's literally my case. All right, I guess she's back, but that was literally my case. All right, she's back, she's back, she's back. All right,
Yes.
welcome back. Can you hear me?
Hear you. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, sorry, I think it was network at your end.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, I said in working in purpose, since you found purpose, just like you, if I got your answers right, you said you were giving birth to in a slum and you were like every other person, not knowing whether you find purpose or not. Okay, so now having found purpose, there's this restriction for the female child in
Yeah.
working. There are some
Yes.
limitations.
And
Female
I was
child.
okay.
So how have you been able to manage
Yeah.
that in fulfilling this?
Okay. The first thing is that it's never easy because just like you said, there's this, should I call it stereotype? Yes. There's a stereotype
Yes,
that is often leveled on the female folk. People tell you what to do, when to do it, and the how to even do it. I had often joked that the last thing, okay, the only thing remaining for people to tell me how to do is how to take a breath. That's the only thing remaining because it's as if people have told me how to do virtually everything all my life. So it has not been easy. But the thing is that I think what makes it a little easy, if I can say easy, what makes it a little easy is the places I have been, the things that I have suffered. There's this thing people say that there's an extent to which you suffer in life. It becomes difficult for you to see things and look away. So I
Hmm.
believe that it's more like I don't suffer, guy. I don't suffer tire. So I really can't just keep calm because I know that if I keep calm about the things that I have to do, people will have to suffer for it because that means nobody will find strength, nobody will find light, and be their own the best versions of their lives. And just because I did not step up. So because of all the things I have suffered, in life, I know I'm still a very young person, but I have had my own share of some bad things in life. So when I look back at all those things, it doesn't matter to me what gender I am. So when anyone tries to talk me down or anyone tries to look at me in a particular way, I tell myself that my struggle is different from theirs because the thing I am
Hmm.
looking forward to, I want to change, is not the same thing that they want to change. So if you were born in a privileged environment and you had everything thrown at you when you wanted it, you can't compare yourself with me that didn't have almost nothing. So our fight is different. So it doesn't matter whether I'm male or whether I'm female. What matters is that I have something I am looking forward to achieve, and it would be terrible if I let other people go through the same thing. Then another thing that helps me, that really, really helps me, is this personal conviction in the Word of God. I know I read my Bible, and I never saw in the Bible where the Bible says that you have to be male or female to be a particular thing. And then if anybody tries to talk me down because I am female, let me see what they're doing as male. With a huge respect to the male gender. I'm not trying to bring the male gender down because the truth is that sometimes the people that try to pull you down are using your gender. Yes. Sometimes it's actually the ladies who
Wow.
tell you can't do this, maybe because they've not tried it in their lives or because they've heard it over and over again. So it begins to form their reality. So they want you to believe the same thing. Okay. But then if you realize that this thing about success or the ladder that helps people to become anything in life is something that anybody can climb. So if you think you're fit enough to climb it, then go ahead and climb it, and nobody's going to chase you down. Because what we call reality, I say, is just the convictions of a few people that have lasted over time. It's more of what someone believed in the past. They passed it on to another person who seemed to believe it. Then that person passed it on to the next person who also believed it. So before you know what is going on, it has become like a mantra. Everybody preaches it. So that means that if you're going to change anything, if you're going to change the status quo, just introduce your own conviction. your own belief, push it with so much alacrity to the extent that other people start buying in your own. So if you start believing that it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, you can be anything you want in life, and you push it so hard, it's just a matter of time before you start garnering support. And before you say Jack Robinson, it becomes reality for some people. So those are some of the things that have helped me really push through.
Thank you very much, ma. For you, it really has been an amazing one. Again, we are aware that you have the Rosian Republic.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you incubate the idea? What was the initiator of the idea? How did the idea start? Did you just wake up and say, "I want to form Rosian Republic today," or what really was the push behind Rosian Republic?
Okay. The first thing is that I had always wanted to be somebody who helped other people, but for a long time I struggled with self-doubt. I did not think I didn't think I knew anything to really teach anybody. So yeah, people they were blessed, they were applauding, but that conviction of, I think I can now, I can now pour it out. It wasn't there. It wasn't there because I see myself as a lifetime learner, someone who's always learning. So I tried to avoid responsibility, taking mentoring anybody, coaching anybody. I told myself that I still have myself to coach first. I never coach myself finish. How I want to coach other people. So each time someone asked me to help them, coach them or mentor, if I hear that coach or mentor word, I'll just disappear because I wasn't just convinced that I could do it. So I kept, running away from it, even though that I wanted to help, but I didn't convince myself enough until, when was that? I think that was last year. Yes. Until last year. Yes. A girl, okay, we went for a school outreach. That was in November. Yes, that was in November. After the school outreach, a girl came to me and said she wanted to connect. So I gave her my Facebook username because she was just in secondary school. So she didn't have a good phone that could do WhatsApp or Instagram. So I just gave her my Facebook username. So later on, she sent a message asking me to mentor her. And that was not the first time. But I don't know, for whatever reason, I couldn't say no to her because I saw how passionate she was. And I saw her that I had already met her live. It wasn't like those people who sent messages on Facebook. This was more like someone I had seen. So I told her that I would work towards that. So after that, someone else sent another message. It was just the demand. So a part of me told myself that it would be terrible for you to have a little light and refuse to shine it. If you wait till you're ready, you will be waiting a long time and you may never ever be ready. And most times when people say that they want to wait till they are ready, they don't know that any day you finally wake up and say you're ready, you've actually failed, because most of the time the impact you would have made would have actually passed. So I gave myself this pep talk and said, okay, what can I do now, since it's not only one person who needs this help, and who knows how many other people out there need this help, and I can't do it one-on-one. So what if I started thinking about it, and I pray a lot. So I prayed about it too. I thought about what should I do. I thought of naming it youth young and alive platform, youth YPF, something like that. But then while I was in the process of thinking of a name to give it, I made a post about my brother. Okay, I made a post one time where my brother said he was a Malian. So I told people in that in the post that I was going to sell my brother for a tin of sardine. I was joking, by the way, you know. But then after I said I was going to sell my brother for a tin of sardine because he said he's a Malian, I don't know. I don't want to say the Spirit of God because I don't want to lie against the Spirit of God. But I just felt this conviction inside me that most times, we criticize people for being something that we think is not right. But then when people look back to find the right thing, they don't find it. I know that growing up, I looked forward to having role models who were Christians, who would inspire me and not lead me astray. So what if we have something else that we celebrate in place of this Malian, since a lot of people have something against Malian? So what if we have something else? So I said, my name is Rose. How about, let's start saying Rosian. You know what I'm saying? So I put up a post, and to be very sincere, I was joking about it. I just wanted people to laugh and possibly think about the idea of having someone we celebrate or we talk about, and not just always talking against, people. But then I started seeing people commenting, saying they are Rosians forever. Someone even made a flyer, 2 flyers, and sent to my inbox on Facebook. And she was saying, I'm a proud Rosian. I was like, Jehovah Jireh, really? So wow. So at that instant, I felt I had gotten it. Like, this is the name that I've been waiting for, Rosian. I said, okay, now I've gotten Rosian. What else should come behind it? I thought of saying Rosian Forum, but it didn't sound tush. Okay, sorry, but I also like them sounding tush. So I said, this is no can't sound tush. So I said Republic, RR. So I had to go to the dictionary. I knew what Republic was, but I had to go to the dictionary to also search it to make sure that it aligned. So I told myself that this is going to be a place where people are free to be their true selves and learn anything I have to offer. That was why one of the 2 segments that I held, I didn't restrict it to a particular field, because I wanted to just open my hands and teach or talk about anything that comes to my head. And because I knew that I can't just do it alone, due to the fact that I still have, it's large and I have other things I'm doing with my time. So I decided to incorporate other people who I know they are doing amazing things too, so that they can come and share their knowledge, so that I would learn, and then every other person in the group would learn too. So yeah, that's how it came about.
All right, for time's sake, we are almost running off. By 9:30 we should be done. Okay, quickly. How did you personally, what were the path, what were the steps you took in discovering purpose? What just Yes, because it's not this event, this summit is called the pattern, because we want to show young individuals the path that are trailblazers, people that are already making impact in their field, the path they took to understand. I don't like using the word find, understand their purpose, the path they took. So what could you say, because those requests were coming to you, they were purpose for you? So what were the steps you took? You made mention of somebody have come to you before, requesting you mentor the person, another person came requesting you mentor the person, so like that. So would you say that the things that come to you in request, they're actually a pointer to purpose?
Okay. The first thing is that I didn't say this earlier, but I think it's also a good time to say it. You see, this thing about purpose, I don't believe it's something that you just hit once, that is it. I don't believe it's something that you just wake up one day and say, oh, I found purpose, I've understood purpose, this is my purpose. Yeah, no. I believe purpose is ever folding, and purpose can be environmental, and purpose can be situational, and purpose can also be something that comes as a result of an individual's desire to add something to the world. For example, most people go about thinking in life that there's this particular thing that God, okay, yes, that God has made them to be. And they spend time, most of them Christians, praying, fasting, asking God to tell them what their purpose is. But in the process of doing all that, they don't do anything with their time. They don't try in any way to do any meaningful thing. I've seen someone who spent, okay, she was spending 40 days, 3 months, yes, 3 months, praying and fasting. And she was asking God to show her purpose. And the funny thing, she said she felt she had three purposes, forgive me. And then she had already understood what 2 are, and she was then praying for God to reveal the third one before she can start. Now, someone already has, 2 things God wants you to do. You don't want to do it. You want to wait till God tells you the third one before you start. It's funny, but that's the kind of perception a lot of people have. And the truth is that I also used to have that perception until I began to realize that, yes, it's possible that God has given you a particular task to fulfill, but this thing about purpose, it's more about fulfillment. It's more about fulfillment in the sense that you can find some to start doing, to start serving, that lead you ultimately to that beautiful end goal that God has designed for you. I don't know if I'm making sense. Because if
Yes.
I understand the Bible very well, there's a place in Ephesians 2, verse 10 that said that we are made to be what? Agents of good work. That's my Bible somewhere. That we are made, like there's a particular work, we are meant to be agents of good work. That means that anybody who is doing good work is living purpose, because that is why God brought us on earth. So if you're doing that thing, then you are living the life God brought you. This does not in any way mean that God cannot give you a particular thing to do. God can, but I'm saying that instead of we lying around waiting till God speaks from heaven and says, "My son, Kevin, this is the life I have called you to be," we can start something in the meantime by affecting the lives around us. So that being said, when someone asks this question of how to, I prefer to say how to live in purpose. Live in purpose, because like I said, sometimes, okay, I don't know about you, but for me, I don't know how all my life will be. I am only taking steps according to the revelation or ideas that come to my head or comes to my heart. So when someone asks, how do you live a purposeful life? I would say that the first thing is a heart of inquiry. Inquiry. That thirst, that desire, that decision, that drive to be more than you can see, because you know that there's no way you will just come to this earth and you go like that, just like that. It's not possible. There has to be a bigger thing. Yes, there has to be something you can always do at every time to add value. There has to be. So when you start asking that question, what is that thing I can do at this moment to make sure that the next person sitting by my side does not leave the same way he came, especially if there's something wrong, if there's something I have noticed that is wrong. So what can I do? That inquiry, that thirst and hunger to be a value, that's always the first step for me. When I come into a new place, I'm a core member, I am serving, and I know that before I went to camp, I kept asking myself, I want to be relevant. I want to be relevant. I was crazy for relevance. It's not like I have plenty strength, but I can't just go to camp and come back and there's nothing purposeful that I'm going to do. That's not possible. Now, that led me to the second thing that I'm going to talk about, action. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of humanity or others. So now you are asking questions. What can I do? That desire to always add value. Now you start from somewhere. It means you start from the language of your passion, from the language of your experience. What is that thing that has happened to you over and over again that you wouldn't want other people to experience? The first time I organized a school tour, it was because I dropped out from school and I could not pay, my daddy could not pay my school fees. It was heartbreaking. I remember exactly how I felt. I still remember it. I didn't want other people to go through such, and I know I don't have money to sponsor them to school. So I had to now ask myself the third question: what can I use around me? So I was good with social media. I was good with writing and expressing my thoughts through speaking. So I can gather people together and make them do some things. So I started that social campaign, asking people to donate to a particular account where at the end of the day, we're able to pay the tuition fees of 25 people. If that's not purpose, I don't know what is. So ask questions, then serve. The truth is that while you're serving, you may not get anything in return. I have anchored several programs. They did not pay me 1 naira. To be very sincere, I have paid my transport to and fro an event venue, bought recharge cards with my money, bought some other things with my money because I wanted to liven up a program. They did not pay me 1 naira. They did not pay me 1 naira. I came back feeling very fulfilled, feeling like I helped someone achieve their goal. I served. The first time I handled an international program, it was on a volunteer basis. They did not pay me. In fact, till today, I'm still handling plenty volunteer-based programs. They're not paying me anything, but I'm happy because while I'm serving, I'm developing capacity for clarity and direction. And when I start something else, it's going to be big because I would have gathered connection, I would have gathered experience, I would have gathered everything I need, even the momentum to become the person I should be. Can someone shout hallelujah?
Hallelujah. All right. Thank you very much. That was wow. All right, one or three more questions.
Okay.
Okay. What are the necessary skills or important skills soft skills, digital skills, hard skills that you learned during your that has propelled you in purpose? What are those skills so that those listening to you can also imbibe those skills?
The first thing is the skill of communication. I studied mass communication, but even after the whole university degree, or even before I got the degree, I tried to make sure that I top up on my ability to communicate. And when I talk about ability to communicate, I take creative writing classes to learn how to write my thoughts using stories. So you think you're reading a novel, but you're not reading a novel. You're reading my thoughts that will come up, that will bring the whole head correction. I enroll for public speaking classes because I don't know why people seem to think that they don't need public speaking. Even if you think you are good, you still need to be able to learn how to communicate your thoughts effectively. So learn communication skills and then learn interpersonal skills. Learn how to relate with people. When you go to an event, you should be able to see people and not fidget and at least say hello, my name is Rose. If you have a complimentary card, you can give them. So communication skills, interpersonal skills, and then when it comes to the other skills, learn designing. Canva is there for you. Most times I do my design myself and people will be like, Rose, did you do this yourself? Yes, I did it myself and I'm so proud of myself because it's not every time that I'll have time and even the money to contact a graphic designer. So if you know how to design, you can come up with a quick design in the shortest period of time and nobody will even know. You understand? And then learn how to use some applications like Zoom. Learn how to use Zoom. Learn how to do Facebook Live, Instagram Live. In fact, I think this one is even common because with the whole coronavirus thing where everybody has run into their homes, it now becomes imperative for you to know how to use these things because you're not going to be able to communicate without them. Hmm? Then I think you should also, yes, you should also learn emotional intelligence. It's not every time that the things you set out to do will prosper. You know, the second time we organized the school tour, hey, my God, the response we expected did not come. In fact, we used our money to finance a lot of it because the people we were expecting to help or maybe sponsor did not sponsor. You know, I could have said, sorry, I cannot do this. So God, not be me do now. I try. I mean, you know, but then I don't have the means. But because now we have to do this thing, it's something that has to be done. We had to pack our emotions, feel bad though, cry when we had to cry, and then get up when we had to get up. So yeah, those are some of the skills I think everybody needs.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. I think these are some of the things the inside story you not hear from an entrepreneur. You know, many a times we get a success story of an entrepreneur. Oh, this person is doing well, but never get to hear the time the person cried inside, time the person felt like, will this thing pull through? Will this event come through? This thing come true? Those stories we never get to hear them. Thank you again. So we ask another question now. What were those important books? Definitely, you were not born a head corrector. There were some
Yes.
books you read, some things you heard, and some movies you watched. But majorly, what were those books that you read that propelled you in purpose, that gave you this urgency of purpose, this urgency to correct people's head?
Okay. Wow. You see this man called John Maxwell.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This man called John Maxwell. This man called Miles Monroe. Yeah. This man called T.D. Jakes. This man called Joel Austin. You see Ben Carson. Oh God. You see Ben Carson's book. Oh God. You see Joyce Meyer. Someone may say, but the Joyce Meyer is a religious, you're the person who knows what you are seeing. It's about the knowledge the person is passing, that I'm concerned about. Who's my next favorite? You see books that are controversial. Those titles, those controversial titles that most people will tell you not to read, I would say read them. Because you're not going to be a good leader if you're not able to balance perspectives. You see someone like Robert Greene, someone will say, don't you dare, don't do that. Don't read that book. My kind of person, when you say don't read that book, you have entered though, because I'm gonna wanna read that book. Because yes, I want to know why you said I shouldn't read that book. And most times when people read books, they interpret it from their own perspective. For example, this book, 48 Laws of Power, A lot of people don't like that book. And some time ago, I was one of those people. But now, I read that book, and the truth is that I don't accept everything, no, he said. Please, I'm a Christian. Thou shalt not hold me down. I don't accept everything he said in that book, but I would still not deny that, yeah, even the Bible says that the children of this world are more crafty and wiser than the children of the kingdom. And that's because of some of the things that they know. So if I'm able to get into an unbeliever's head and know how he thinks, how he handles power, then I should be able to, since I already know the spiritual way and the way, the Christian way, the way power comes in the Christian kingdom. So I can now balance both of them. So when I'm talking from a balanced perspective. It's not talking from one side where someone would just shoot me short from the other side and I wouldn't know what to answer. So these books and which other books? Okay, I don't, this particular one, there's no author I'm going to mention, but any book that has a screaming headline or screaming title, I buy it and I read it. Screaming, it means that it's any title that will make you say, I will buy it. I don't know who wrote it though, and sometimes I don't even care about who wrote it. But as long as that book is screaming, it has a title that screams, I will get it. When I saw Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog, I was like, me, Rose, eat frog. I have to know what that frog is. I gotta know what it is, And that was because the book had a screaming title. Even this one he wrote, no excuses, right? No excuses. I saw that the book had at the back. I read at the back and saw that it had some things that had to do with procrastination and working, and I was a big procrastinator at that time, so I needed it. So generally, read leadership books. I'm still reading lots of them and be crazy for leadership books. I remember there was a time I was broke, so broke. Then I went for this particular job because I also freelance in media work, like presentation and all that. So I went for this job and they paid me. Maybe they paid me. I went to the market to buy books. I did not intend to spend all the money buying books, but at the end of the day, it happened. I spent all the money and I don't regret it. I'm still reading those books now. So read leadership books, read spiritual books, and read controversial books. But you have to be careful on that controversial book side before you go and read the one that will not kill you and you say it's me that sent you.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. This is 20, this is 5 after 9. Very soon we'll round up. I'll be saying very soon, we'll round up, very soon, very soon. Okay. What are the practices you have engaged? What practices, like, when I mean practices, time to wake up, time to sleep, schedules, what practices have you engaged that have led you so far, have propelled you so far in purpose?
Number one, I write my goals every day. Babe, please send me my handbag. Thank you. 1 second.
No problem.
You see this book? It's small because I have to fit it into almost all the bags that I carry. I don't know if you can. Okay, yes, you can see the marking. You see where I mark good and some places that have bad in them. See? And it's plenty. It's plenty inside. Ever since I learned the act of goal setting, I know they carry and play because I have seen that writing down my goals, what I intend to do the next day, helps me to be prepared to face the day. And it helps me to measure my progress. See, the funny thing, when I went to camp, I was not privileged. In fact, it became a privilege to write using this book. I was still carrying it though, but sometimes will be chasing you everywhere that you won't stop to be able to write something. But I was always with my phone because, yes, it was important. So I started writing the goals in my phone. So when I came back, I transferred them from my phone to my book. See, you cannot underestimate the importance of writing goals. And when you write goals, you're not writing a wish list. You're not writing something that you know you can never achieve. You write something that you are prepared to put in all your action. And see the thing, as you write those goals and you come back, you achieve them, tick them. The one you were able to achieve, good. The one you did not achieve, which should not be more, you mark an X there. And see the funny thing, or see the important thing. Personally, I hate seeing an X against any goal. So I try to put in my effort to make sure I don't see an X. So yeah, goal writing is hugely important. Now, another practice that I do is also related to writing, but not goals this time. I do journaling a lot. Journaling. Ideas keep coming to our heads, but most times we lose them because we're either so busy or preoccupied to write them down. So I'm on a bus, I'm talking to a friend, I'm watching TV, something just pops up, I write them down so that when I am free, I can take time and then go through them and know which one is for me and which one is not for me. And then another practice that I do, I try to wake, okay, I'm going to be very sincere. If I'm going somewhere, I have a schedule to wake early when I have a long day. So let's say there's something I have to do. Okay, I already told you, I write my goals the night before the next day. So I already know how the next day is going to be. So depending on the time that I should spend on a particular thing, or maybe on a particular day, I wake in line with it. So let's say I have something that should start at 7. Of course, I have to wake in time. I'm still struggling in some areas, and that's in the area of keeping to a particular time, whether I'm going nowhere or whether I'm going somewhere. For example, this Christmas period, I cannot say I usually wake at 4 to pray. But I can't say I've been waking at 4 because I have not been waking at 4. I mean, the day comes with a lot of activities that when I sleep, if my alarm rings at 4, the speed that I used to turn it off, you won't even imagine it. Yes, but the goal is to keep waking at 4. Like when I was before now, I wake at 4, then I read, I pray, then study the word and write the things that come to my head. So those are some of the practices that I do, and there are other ones that I can't remember, but these ones just came to my head.
All right, thank you. So if we don't have questions from the audience, this will be our last question before we call it a night.
Okay.
The last question is, has volunteer help you? Okay, I think let me combine the two questions. Somebody starting in purpose, how we still have like two. Well, let me just combine this one, then I will give you the last one. Somebody starting in purpose, how does he master the craft as one? And two, how has volunteer helped you to propel your purpose?
Okay. The first thing is that living a life of purpose is like a child learning how to walk. You master walking by continuing to walk. So you master living a life of purpose by continual practice. If, for example, you find out that your heart beats towards human empowerment, for example, I say because that's where my heart beats. I like it when people are empowered with information that will make them have clarity. Let me not even have hope, but let other people just find light and move on. So that means that I have to keep sharpening my knife in the area that I feel I am driven. If I'm driven to help people, become better in their musical career, there's no way I'll go and open a school and start teaching fashion designing. It has to be music because that is where I am driven. So mastery comes from several things, but one of them is by continual practice. Is when you practice, then you find areas of your deficiency and then buckle up. Is when you practice that you find areas that you're even doing well that you didn't know before, so that each time you're failing, you can look back at your good days and find strength. So that is it with mastery. And then I think I've forgotten the second question. Could you please repeat it?
Has volunteering help you propel your purpose?
The thing is that no man is an island, they say, and it is true. No man can make no tree, sorry, can make a forest. If you're going to get higher or achieve your aim, you're going to climb on the shoulders of people who have known it. And sometimes people who may not know it but are willing to help you know your own. So volunteers have helped me a lot. In fact, people have volunteered towards my cause, towards a cause that I'm chasing, to the extent that I go to sleep and I start crying. As you're seeing me, I cry easily. So I wonder, I'm asking myself, how did this happen? How is it that people are giving themselves like this? But that gives credence to the fact that when God gives you a vision, He makes provisions. So sometimes, most times, all you have to do is to make the call, and God will direct those who are supposed to be part of your mission to come towards you. So volunteers have helped me so much. I mean, I owe them everything. This small thing that God helped me to do, it's because helped. I remember during the school tour, someone came from Calabar. So I was in Aba then, Aba in Abia State. He came from Calabar to help. I remember the radio tour we did. We did it in Omahia. I was in Nsuka. My friend, like my partner, I don't even have transport money. It was my partner that paid my transport with hers from Suka to Umahia. And some of the person came from Oka to Umahia to join us. The radio station did not collect money from us. They just gave us they said they would give us 30 minutes, but they ended up giving us 2 hours. 2 hours we were talking for free about something that we were doing. And that's volunteerism. So it's been a smooth ride, because there are people who even know it better than me, but they are just willing to support. Even with the graphic design, sometimes we don't even pay for them. People volunteer to do it, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that. Side of volunteering you shared. Actually, the question was aimed at how has volunteering helped you in person? You in person propel in
Okay,
purpose.
okay,
You volunteering, how has it
okay,
helped you?
okay. You mean me volunteering for other people's events, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Volunteering has helped me. What could I even have? Okay, the first thing volunteering for other people's work has helped me to understand is that I can do it. I can be anything I want to be. Because when I join other people, I see them go through challenges and they come out of it. So I'm not wondering if these people can go through this kind of challenge and come out of it. How come I cannot? No, I have to. For example, when I think that was last year, yes, last year during the International Youth Day, there was this organization, Inspire Project. Yes, Inspire Project. I was volunteering for as their communications officer. And in fact, the money they were expecting to do the work did not come until late, and it was nothing. We had to tax ourselves. And I saw the convener within a short period of, was it 2 days? This man was able to handle the hundreds of people that came in Enugu State for that particular function. And it's not just that, even in the school tours he had done, I see them being able to handle challenges, and I learned that from them. So that when I encounter my own challenge in my own way, I also take a peep into how they were able to do their own and do it. There's this organization that I volunteer for, even though there may be some changes. It's called Connected Development. Through the whole COVID-19 thing, they were able to still organize stores online. So it helped me to broaden my perspective, helped me to connect with people. Some people who have helped me even with the graphic design I talked about, were people I met maybe during one event or the other, and we just connected and then started singing together. So it helps broaden my perspective. It helps me learn how to handle people, yes, manage people, and then handle conflicts, handle issues, and all that.
Thank you very much. Then the last question we will be asking you tonight. Some people believe that let me do what will bring money and not what will bring fulfillment. Let me do what will bring money instead of what will bring fulfillment. Some people believe that what will bring money and what will bring fulfillment are two sides of a coin. So how do you manage that?
I will not
And
deny the fact that money is very important. Money is important because sometimes you can't You can't achieve purpose on an empty stomach, you know. So money is very, very important. But the thing is that there was something, I have other answers, but I'm just going to cut it short by quoting this person. So I'll use this quote to summarize. John Obidi said something some time ago in his wisdom post. He said that a time will come in your life when you look back, you have all the money, but you don't have relevance. You have money. I mean, you can eat whatever you want to eat. You can go to any destination for vacation, but you don't have relevance. And when he was explaining what he meant by relevance, I started understanding a different thing. Relevance is in the sense that generations who are born will not have anything to really learn from you. You see, when you go to a rich man's house and see people coming because of his money, you will know. When you see people coming because of the impact he has made, apart from the fact that he has money, you will still know. So when we evaluate these two things, money is very important. But like Robert Kiyosaki said, the money is an illusion. It's something that just fades away. But what will stay after the money has gone? That's the fulfillment. So it's good though, make money, but then think about fulfillment. It's something like you have bed, but you don't have sleep. So you lie on your bed, you have your bed though, but there's no sleep in your eyes. Kai, the truth is, I don't know how to say this thing, but I believe the person who knows, or a wise person is a person who is able to balance the two things. Know when money is involved, because honestly, sometimes people will take advantage of you if you're not money conscious. People will take advantage of you. Like there's a book I am preparing right now, and one of the things it aims to handle is this issue of brain picking. Brain picking. People coming to you with work without paying. Some people even telling you that they want you to volunteer because they don't want to pay you. Now, it becomes important for you to know that there's a difference between between a humanitarian service and business. There was a time we organized one of the organizations I volunteer for. They organized a program and they released money for us to run that program. They release money for food, at least water. Now, when you come to the venue, let people drink water. But the convener siphoned that money. I don't know what he did with the money. But when it was time for refreshment, when we were planning it, he said, and we should forget that thing that there's no money. Long story short, he used that money for something else. And we did that work free, handled everything without complaint, without one naira, without even drinking water. It made me to tell myself that after I realized what happened, that next time when someone comes to me asking me to volunteer, I will have to make sure that first of all, you're doing this thing for human empowerment. And secondly, you don't have the money to pay, but you need people to help you. Because if you have money to pay and you refuse to pay people, it's no longer volunteerism. You're taking advantage of people. And then when you come to me for that kind of thing, it becomes business. Because I see that it's not human empowerment giving, and you have the money. Okay. So it is important for you to be conscious of money like this so that people will not use you, trash you, jump you because you want to add to humanity, and then you're fading, you're crying, you don't even have food to eat. But at the same time, let the emphasis not just be on how much will they pay me. Try to develop capacity too and be relevant. Then I believe that value, money is what is given to people who offer value. If you don't give anything, definitely people won't give you, because even if it's your parents, they'll be tired of giving you free money one day. So you have to be able to offer something in exchange for money.
All right, thank you, Rose Joseph Ume. I'm see familiarizing myself with the Joseph Ume so that I will not go and pronounce Jonathan and get flogged.
It's not
So
only you. I'm
um
writing with the whole Joseph Umi thing. But God is helping us.
all right, I'm sincerely grateful. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, everyone. So I will see you on the other side.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, man.
All right.
Okay. All right. We have come to tonight. We have come to the end of tonight's session. Um, if you want to watch the replay will be available from now to tomorrow. Then at the end by tomorrow, I will put it down. So if you want to watch it, go and watch it now. So at the end of this summit, we will have a compiled uh, section of all the speakers. Please, 8 p.m. is the time tomorrow. We are here this night. Come on, take a screenshot, show your friends, invite people. It's free. And tomorrow is going to be hotter. We're having Carissa tomorrow, and we'll be having Ebenezer Chibundu. Carissa is the convener of HYPB, and Ebenezer is the branding lord and the analyst. So tomorrow, don't miss it for anything. It's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is the time. I would love to see you there, and that is going to be awesome. Part of the justice as a shining light, it shines brighter. Tomorrow, it's going to be better. All right, till tomorrow, I remain your humble host and your convener, Kevin Ogosage. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you tomorrow. All right, a lovely night rest to you all. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.